1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Welcome to Royston Folk Club SHUTDOWN Showcase number 10, the Christmas edition. It's some time since I did the last edition, and I admit quite frankly I'd had enough with COVID and I just had to have a break. At this time of year we would normally be gathering the folk club for our Christmas party. Tasty food would be shared and a bottle of cheer or two would be had, while a succession of friends would enliven our evening with live music. Well, let's adapt the tradition for this year. So pull on your party hats, get yourself a glass of sherry, a fondant fancy, maybe two, and let's have our creative musical friends entertain us. This show has two halves, and in the first half we have the Tsar of Zoom, Jeremy Harmer, with strings arranged by Phil Toms. We have a ditty from Faradena Afifi. From Sky West's new EP, we have the track 2020 Vision. We have a duet from Brooks Williams and Katie Spencer, a poignant song from Kelly and Wooley, and a reminder of Times Before COVID by Liz Cotton. But first, let's see if we can get our friends Carol, Steve and Eddie from Schrödinger's Strings to play something Christmassy.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
A really
no
cheesy
way. No,
Christmas song.
we are not doing a Christmas song.
Carol,
No,
Green Sequence Hop.
no, 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 no.
Christmas time is here, the tinsel and the beer, lots of beer. Christmas time is here. So now it's Christmas time, the tinsel and the wine. Sorry about that.
It's Christmas time. 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 It's Christmas time again.
Decorations on the wall, but the cats just saw them all. Decorations on the floor, on the floor. I must be getting on, 'cause I'm writing Christmas songs.
It's Christmas time. 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 It's Christmas time again. It's Christmas time. 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 It's Christmas time again. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas
far out to sea on the afternoon swell. Something good's coming, of that we've heard tell. Searching for shoals for to make a good catch, looking for signs through this long day's watch. And we've all heard the stories promised so long. A new life beginning, new melodies, new songs. And look overboard, lads, the fish are all here. So fill up your nets, lads, and be of good cheer. Lullaby, sleep well, my child, safe in your mother's arms, safe from the ocean wild. Here in our hearts, when the tide's on the turn, we'll try to protect you and keep you from harm. Now the tide's high and the boats are safe in. The seabirds wheel homewards in the gathering gloom, and stars shine their light as the moon rises high. And there, can you hear it, a newborn baby's cry? And she could be a sailor, or he could be a king. A new life beginning could be most anything to bring joy and gladness, laughter or tears, or to save us and comfort us through the long, lonely years. So, Lale, sleep well, my child, safe in your mother's arms, safe from the ocean wild. Here in our hearts, when the tide's on the turn, we'll try to protect you and keep you from harm. They say he was born near the end of the year, and the cry of the curlew rings out bright and clear. Lullaby, sleep well, my child, safe in your mother's arms, safe from the ocean wild. Here in our hearts, when the tide's on the turn, we'll try to protect you and keep you from harm. Lullaby, sleep well, my child, safe in your mother's arms, safe from the ocean wild. Here in our hearts, when the tide's on the turn, we'll try to protect you and keep you from harm. We'll try to protect you and keep you from harm.
Hi, Royston Folk Club. It was going to be Martin Kazak and Faradena Afifi, but Martin's stuck at home, covered in leaks apparently. So You've just got me. Look, there's me. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Very good. I'm gonna sing you one of mine. Yeah, hang on. Let me move my elf thing out the way. There we go. It's good, isn't it? Very, very Christmassy. Right, here we go. It's called Twilight. Meet me when
John Lennon asked us to imagine a very different way of life, not one that's ruled by exploitation, where greed and poverty are rife. What a shame we never listened. Now we've had a wake-up call. This might just be the dress rehearsal. This time we must not drop the ball. No man's an island, said the poet. That truth in all of us resounds. The same is also true of countries. Virus and climate know no bounds. We need to learn to work together and to accept our share of blame. We've more in common than divides us. As humans we are all the same. We turn a blind eye to pollution, choose not to see the factory farm, ignoring science and solutions, destroying species, where's the harm? Real value isn't in possessions, a bigger car, better yacht. The more we have, the more we're wanting, not satisfied with what we've got. The cost of simply making money in the end will cost the earth. If we just plunder its resources, if we don't realize its worth. But now we must make a decision, consign our blindness to the past. We need our 2020 vision if our planet is to last. Now we must make a decision, consign our blindness to the past. We need our 2020 vision if our planet is to last.
the king's great hall, there were judges aplenty. Down on her bended knee, she begged for the life of Geordie.
Geordie never stole cow nor calf, he never murdered any. He shot 16 of the king's wild deer and sold them to feed his family.
The judge looked over his shoulder, he said to her, I'm sorry. He said to her, be gone from here, for I cannot pardon Geordie.
6 children I have born for him, the 7th is in my body. I would freely part with them one and all, if you spare me the life of Geordie.
His true love cried, she cried for the life of Geordie.
Teenage sweethearts, hand in hand, I went to war in the desert sand. You waited on the quay for me, and we walked into the sun. I took your arm down the aisle, I held it tight when you bore a child. Now 60 years of hopes and fears have left us standing here. All these years we've paid our dues. We took the rough with the smooth. I'll wait for you till the end of time. I'll stand by you till the end of the line. not our home. Is this the best that we can do? For folk like me and you. You and me, we're all alone. Hands on the window and a mobile phone. Is this our final stand? No longer holding hands.
Friday night, Mary'd have a pucker pie and chips. A cat would watch her eat and drink a mug of PG Tips. And she could hear the pub next door through the wall. Laughter, music and a barroom brawl. Then coronavirus came and the pub closed its doors. And silence reigned as life was put on pause. Mary felt so alone. Then one summer's day, she heard once again the jukebox play. The time before coronavirus, the time before corona. We thought we had enough to moan about before corona. Brexit, climate change, the bins, but will we ever be corona-free? She plucked up all her courage and went next door. She sat in the corner, masked, and asked the waiter for a pie and chips and a cuppa. Did they have PG? He couldn't read her lips, so brought her crisps and a G&T. She liked it though, so once a week she'd pop in for a gin. She was so old no one was bold enough to chat, fearing they would splatter her with chatter full of virus and do her in. They drank to forget, she drank remembering the time before coronavirus, the time before corona. We thought we had enough to moan about before corona. Brexit, climate change, the bins, but will we ever be corona-free? Then a 10 p.m. curfew came, and with it despair. The landlord cried, I can't survive. Boris doesn't care. Mary said, I'll spend my savings here to keep you out of trouble. They were meant for the cat, oh well, from now on mine's a double. She drank heavily every night till 10, as she'd vowed. Then she went home and fed the cat. He meowed, stop your toiling, there's no foiling this virus. And I have to say, I'm not happy that you're drinking my inheritance away. Second lockdown came before they got to tier 3. The landlord closed the pub again, and Mary got cirrhosis of the liver, and the doc couldn't give her an appointment at the surgery. I don't know how this story ends. Will Mary live or die? Will the pub survive the winter? Will the cat go into a pucker pie? And what about Christmas? Or will a vaccine save the day? Let's immunize the whole wide world and make it go away. Coronavirus, oh, corona. We thought we had enough to moan about before corona. Brexit, climate change, the bins, but will we ever be corona-free?
Oh, you're back. Thank you very much, Liz Cotton. That was wonderful. Well, that's the first half of our extended show. I'll see you right back after the break. Oh, time for a fondant fancy, I feel.
It's finally here. Now that's what I call a Corona Christmas.
I'm socially distant.
The shot in the arm we've all been waiting for.
I've got my gear on.
Christmas hit after Christmas hit.
The lockdown was over.
Lovingly ruined to help you not celebrate this Christmas.
Oh baby, there's COVID outside.
This long play double cassette CD comes with special 2-meter gaps between every song.
This comes to pass.
Johnny Mathis.
When a mask is worn.
Christmas favorites like
Sanitizers coming to town.
and even Boris himself.
Ba 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 ba, 'tis the season to be jolly bloody careful. Tra la 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 la.
And a special message to anyone thinking of venturing out.
Driving's banned for Christmas.
Plus, Frosty got furloughed.
Frosty was furloughed, but he still got loads of cash.
The perfect accompaniment for the party you won't be having.
We're not allowed a party tonight. In case the cops turn up, fine us all £1,000 and kick us all outside.
Plus the biggest event of the year, courtesy of Dominic Cummings.
Cummings drove to Durham-pom-pom. Grandma's got to quarantine till Christmas, 'cause she flew to Benidorm last week.
Here comes more applause, here comes more applause every Thursday night.
And just released.
Pfizer's vaccine. 4 months of school, free school meals, 2 weeks at home, stay up.
The most contagious collection of Christmas songs ever recorded.
Stop the cabinet, stop the cabinet, stop the cabinet briefing.
Now that's a Corona Christmas, the perfect antidote to 2020.
Maybe it's COVID, who's to say? This cough won't go away. Can you stay 6 feet away?
Streaming live now from a 5G phone mast near you.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Ready for the second half? Yeah, me too. We haven't seen slide wizard Gary Smith since he moved away from our locale. But of course on the internet, we're all locals. Stewart Murdoch reminds us that in any year, Christmas can be a bit rough. Ali Cossor cleverly adapts a song from Sky West's EP with a very special message. We have a wonderful song from Taylor and Bass, our friends from Two Coats Colder. Now, wassailing is a medieval Christmastide ritual intended to ensure a good cider apple harvest the following year. Jeremy Harmer and Strings go wassailing to conclude this Christmas episode. But don't go away as it finishes. I've a few more treats.
Hello there, Royston ears. I realise it's been a while since we've crossed paths, but now that I live down in Dorset, it would be a bit of a major investment in time to come up and see you up there in Hertfordshire. Anyway, my little song this evening, although not strictly speaking seasonal, could be seen as being seasonally appropriate, because let's be honest, at Christmas time there are one or two of us who might take on a little more alcohol than we normally do for the rest of the year. In the morning, when we're sober, we're gonna have a word. Just a short, succinct discussion about this thing that has occurred. No shame, no paranoia, no red faces, no regrets. Though we've rather crossed the boundary and we can't retrace our steps. In the morning when we're sober and the light of day is cold, I think we both agree that this story should never be told. So we'll save it in our memories for the dark and lonely nights, and allow ourselves a little secret smile as we remember the touches and the sights. So look me in the eye, tell me that you never had a clue, that you never had an inkling of all the lovely things I long to do. No such designs ever entered your mind, maybe just one or two crept through. In the morning when we're sober and our senses are unclogged and our feelings are unmuted and our vision is unfogged, when light touches tease, there's no reason to refrain. Perhaps before we go our separate ways, we could do it all again. So look me in the eyes, tell me that you never had a clue, that you never had an inkling of all the lovely things I long to do, or that no such designs ever entered your mind, maybe just one or two crept through. In the morning when we're sober, we're gonna have a word, just a short, succinct discussion about this thing that has occurred. I'm wishing you all a fabulous Christmas and a safe and prosperous New Year. You behave yourselves.
Hey all, Christmas isn't living. We all hope it's going to be the perfect Christmas. But for some it's not. This song's called My Merry Rough Christmas. Because for some people, that's exactly what it is. There's no snow, but it's chilly on the streets. The wind blows cold and it shatters through my sleep. The ghostly shoppers pass by me hour by hour, and I just stare. For them I'm not there. Our eyes may flicker, but they will never meet. And at their tables I'll never find a seat. Christmas Day is like every other day, so here it is, my merry rough Christmas, day after day. It's a season for love and understanding, but I'm sat here freezing by myself. There's no choir of children singing me a song, so here it is, my merry rough Christmas. Stands before me a man in uniform, promised hot meal and a savior to be born. And I'm just glad for a night I'm safe and warm, and I just stare at the man who seems to care. It's 9 a.m, the street's still bare and cold. A man called John has claimed my space called home. My Christmas day has faded, now it's gone. So here it is, my merry rough Christmas, day after day. It's a season for love and understanding, but I'm sat here freezing by myself. There's no choir of children singing me a song. So here it is, my merry rough Christmas. It's a season full of love and understanding, but I'm sat here freezing by myself. There's no choir of children singing me a song. So here it is, my merry rough Christmas. So here it is, my merry rough Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a good one when it comes.
Good evening, Roystoneers. The brief Chris gave me was for an original song if possible. Doesn't have to be Christmassy. So I thought, shameless plug alert, that I'd sing a song from Sky West's new EP, 2020 Vision. 5 original songs, one from each of us, and this is the one that I wrote, called The Other Side of Never. I've written a Christmas verse to go on the end of it, and obviously it's a pared down version of the band song because it's just the Joanna and me.
When we get together, the other side of never, we will dance and we'll party like we've never done before. I can't wait to see you when the
never loved you Happy Christmas, Royston ears, and wishing you all a much, much better New Year.
Hi everyone, ho ho ho.
Hello. We're going to sing a carol. It's a medieval carol. It's a thing we like to sing, which is a little strange because we're vegetarians, and it's a song about cooking parts of a wild boar. It's the Boar's Head Carol. If you know it, sing along. If you don't know it, we've produced a cheat sheet for the chorus. It's Latin. Approximate the pronunciation if you feel like it, but sing along anyway. Join in with us. We'd like to thank you for your support all through the year, and wish you the very best of Christmases and next year.
Caput apride fero, redens laudes Domino. Caput apride fero, redens laudes Domino.
The boar's head in hand bring I, bedecked with bay and rosemary. I pray my masters merry be, quod estis in convivio. Caput aprite fero, redens laudes Domino. Caput aprite fero, redens laudes Domino. The boar's head, as I understand, is the rarest dish in all the land, which thus bedecked with a gay garland, let us servire cantico. Caput apride fero, redens laudes Domino. Caput apride fero, redens laudes Domino. Our steward has provided this in honor of the King of Bliss, which on this day to be served is in reginense atrio. Caput apride fero, redens laudes Domino. Caput apride fero, redens laudes Domino. Caput apride fero, redens laudes Domino. Caput apride fero, redens laudes Domino.
Merry Christmas, or Yule, or Hanukkah, or the winter festival of your choice.
Ho ho ho.
Wassail for the year that's been and gone. Wassail for the joy of friends and song. Wassail for the spring approaching near. Wassail for this birth and the coming year. Wassail. Here we stand beneath your branches, sheltering safe from winter cold. Wind shears through your ancient tendrils, the darkness falls, the year grows old. You You stand here against our sorrows, comfort from the icy storm. The tree of life for all the ages, our future hope, our joy, our home. We used you for the crib we made to lay a little baby in. We used you for the fire that glowed to keep the little baby warm. We used you for the table strong where we sat down the winter long, and then we used you for a cross of wood, a bitter grief, all for our good. But now we need you once again to save us from the flames of men. Then we can go a-sailing, we'll sing throughout the town, we'll pass the cup and drink the ale and live the winter long. Wassail,
for the year that's been and gone.
Wassail,
for the joy of friends and song.
Wassail,
for the spring approaching year.
Wassail,
for this birth and the coming year.
Wassail. The tree stands proudly in the wood, all stories heard, all stories told. The years go past, the seasons change, but through it all the earth remains. So at this time of joy and love, we celebrate with those above and pray for peace and better times, an end to hate and for that love to shine. Then we can all, with heart and voice, be of good cheer, sing out, rejoice. Sometimes the world seems out of breath, there's joyful birth, but there's bitter death. And now, unless we play our part, the tears will flow for its aching heart. The seas rise up, the forests die, and children march while we stand by. For the world is sometimes grief and woe, but here's to the hope it won't always be so. Then let us all, with heart and voice, be of good cheer, sing out, rejoice. Then we can go a-sailing, we'll sing throughout the town, we'll pass the cup and drink the ale and live the winter long. Wassail,
for the year that's been and gone.
Wassail,
for the joy of friends and song.
Wassail,
for the spring approaching year.
Wassail,
for this birth and the coming year.
Wassail. Wassail,
for the year that's been and gone.
Wassail,
for the joy of friends and song.
Wassail,
for the spring approaching year.
Wassail,
for this birth and the coming year.
Wassail. Here we stand beneath your bright branches, sheltering safe from winter cold. The new year waits, the future shining, the hopes we have, the love we hold.
In previous years, the Folk Club has raised funds for Leslie's charity 1-to-1 Enfield. Throughout lockdown, she and her team have been doing miracles online to keep adults with learning difficulties included in the community. Their Sing Out Choir has created, via Zoom and a few clips from pre-COVID concerts, 12 songs for each of the 12 days of Christmas. Here is just one, the rest can be found online, and I will give you a link to find them during this video.
And the sun so delightful, and you've got no place to go, no place to go.
It doesn't show signs of stopping, and the halls are gone for popping. The lights are fade down low, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, our hands rolling out in the snow. As if we hold these eyes, all the way home, hurry home. Fire is slowly dying, and my dear is still goodbying. But it's know you love me so. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
I have one more video for you. But first, may I say, this year has been unprecedented, and as we hunker down in small groups for Christmas, we at least have hope that in the new year we will see some return to normality, brought to us by the vaccines designed by amazing scientists and thousands of people who have volunteered for trials. I for one will take that vaccination as soon as I can, and I hope I see live concerts back at Royston Folk Club as soon as we can safely do so. But I estimate that won't be till roughly this time next year. So in case I get melancholy again, here is a video for Easter. Stay safe everyone, and have a jolly careful Christmas and a much better New Year. Oh, cheers.
Let's write a Christmas song. A really cheesy Christmas song.
For a start, we've already written a really cheesy Christmas song, and it was rubbish. Secondly, it's Easter.
Let's write an Easter song.
There's a lot of hard work involved in that. Can't we just sort of rehash the Christmas video and shove the word Easter in? Nobody will know.
Yeah, that works for me.
time is here. Chocolate, eggs and beer, and lots of beer. Easter time is here. So now it's Easter time. Chocolate, eggs and wine. Lots of wine. It's Easter time. But I must be getting on, because I'm writing Easter songs. Are we seriously doing this? It's Easter time. 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 It's Easter time again.
Decorations on the wall, but the cats just saw them all. Decorations on the floor. On the floor. But I must be getting on, 'cause I'm writing Easter songs.
It's Easter time. 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 It's Easter time again. It's Easter time. 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 It's Easter time again. It's Easter time. 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 It's Easter time again. It's Easter time. 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 It's Easter time again. Everybody sing along. It's Easter time. It's Easter time. It's Easter time. It's Easter time. It's Easter time.
Stay safe, everyone. Have a jolly Stay safe, everyone. Stay safe, everyone. Stay safe.
The way you walk. I love the way you walk. I'm crazy about your walk. I love the way you walk. I love the way you walk.